Good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Coachman on Real Estate. Coachman on Real Estate. We're going to do a simple class today. Going to be a real short one, just showing you some of the things that we are utilizing on the MLS. I was going to show you a few more reports, but haven't seen them come in yet. But I am going to show you our weekly report on what's happening in Santa Clara County. I like to get my show started by getting some shout outs done. And today we've got a few with a few realtors involved. Happy birthday shout outs to Nick Gonzalez. Nick is a realtor up in the Sacramento area, a young realtor who is doing a terrific job. So Nick, happy birthday to you. And this next fellow is Hans Christopher George Strzina, nice Irish guy. He is a realtor in Oakland, and he was also an Olympic athlete on the Olympic rowing team. So, Hans Christopher George Strzina, happy birthday to you, Hans. And then Gary Wilkerson, he's an old family friend and younger brother of an old friend of mine. And Gary, just wishing you a very, very happy birthday, my friend. And then Herman Solis, he is a contractor, a landscape contractor who does wonderful work. He did our yards for us, and they look pretty doggone good. And Herman just does terrific work. And Herman, happy birthday to you. And then this last fellow, Lee Honish, 10, 11 years ago, when the markets were crashing, Lee had been working with some of the major banks and asset managers and knew exactly what needed to be done if we were to do short sales. I took a couple tips away from a class of his, and we were able to close quite a few short sales and helped an awful lot of people sell their homes because of the advice that Lee gave us. So Lee, wishing you a very, very happy birthday. God bless all of you guys. And if it's your birthday out there, have an awesome birthday, but especially you guys. Take care. All right. Now, the next bit of housekeeping that I like to do is to let people know the products and services that we are using. And let's take a look. Grow Live Academy. That is Ken Wall's product. Ken has put together an excellent program if you want to learn how to grow live. If you want to learn how to live stream or do a podcast, Ken has got the excellent program for you. And that is www.growliveacademy.com. And then the platform that we're using to go live on is StreamYard.com, which Ken teaches in his program on how to utilize. And then I am also using Hippo Video to stay in contact with my friends and clients. So Hippo Video, all great programs. And if you've got a chance to utilize one of those, do it to it. Make sure that you do it. All right, let's get this back up here. I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to show you one of our weekly reports that we get so that we can have a more accurate assessment of what's happening during the week, each week. And that comes to us by Aculus. So I'm going to share my screen here. And I'm going to open this up a little bit so we can get a better look at it. Okay, so this is Santa Clara County. Take a quick look over here. So we got Santa Clara County, and we are seeing what is happening, and we are taking a look at 2019, 2020 and 2021. How do they stack up? How do these years stack up against one another? Well, green is 2021. Right now, we have 2,278 active listings on the market in Santa Clara County. New listings the last week, we got 595. Change to pending, we had 480. And change to sold, 398. But let's take a look as to how this stacks up against 2019 and 2020. Now, the orange line is 2019, which was an outstanding year. The blue line was 2020, and it was a year that we were, at this point in time, we got stuck because here we hit the pandemic. But take a look at what we are doing in 2021. We are at 595 new listings last week. And this is Q1 new listings by week. So here we are at 317 or 327. We had 595 new listings. And that is up against just a little over 400 last year, or just a little over 400 in 2019. And then last year on this week, this is when we took our dip because this is when everything was closed down. Now, I'm going to scoot up into the middle, and we are taking a look at pending listings. And again, we've got 2019, 2020, 2021. Here we are at 480 pending listings last week, 480, and we take a look at 2019, about 325, and then last year, just above 100. So we are crushing this year, 480, just take a look at last year and we were just above 100. And again, it's because of what we went through with the pandemic. Now, let's take a look at solds and take a look at what we did over the last couple of years. This year again, 398 solds last week. And here we were dipping below 200. Dipping below, right above 200 at this same time last week, right above 200. And then in 2019, we were right below 300. But here we are close to 400 listings sold in this last week. So it's incredible what we go through and what we are seeing. And what is happening here is something that nobody thought was going to happen. Here we are continuing to crush it. Since April of last year, we have been on a steady incline. We have been raising and raising and rising. And we're not sure where it's going to stop, but we know it's going to stop at some point where it will level off. But let's hope that it keeps going. So I'm going to pull off this now. And then I'm going to take you over to what we take a look at on our daily reports that we get from the MLS. So I'm going to give you another view as to what we take a look at. Another view of that. Let's get that out of there. Let's close that down. But let's take a look at what we see on a daily basis in MLS. So this is our main screen here. So what I like to do is take a look at, and here we have something called Matrix. And so here we have, I want to open this up for you so that you can see it. Want to share the screen again before I tell you about what we're seeing and we're not seeing anything. We're going to share the screen, get this opened up. So now we're going to take a look at this, and we look at this on a daily basis. So let's take a look at here. So this is a report called Market Watch, and we can get in there and we can take a look every day to see exactly what's coming on the market, what has had a list price increase, what has had a list price decrease, if a transaction has fallen through, listings that are back on the market, listings that have went contingent, listings that have went pending, properties that have sold, properties that have rented, a listing expired or an expired listing, and then canceled listings. So let's take a look. Here today, so far today, we've had 21 new listings put on. And here we are from 3,388,000 down to 845,000. So we've got 21 new listings. Now, not all of them are going directly to the market. Some are being held off and are saying do not show. So we want to make sure that we follow the rules there. And so we will scoot back and I'll show you. Let's see what's happened in the last, let's see. We've had list price decreases. So this is where sometimes we have to take a look and see what's going on in the market. And if you are not getting enough people through your home, you've got that home on the market, you want to make sure that you are priced to sell, not priced to sit. So in these cases, these property prices have been dropped, and it looks like by an average of about 6%. Come back here. Here we have properties that just went pending. Looks like we've had 13 of those. So what that means is they are in a contract. Contingencies are most likely all released, and they are just waiting to close. So we had 13 of those that have happened in the last 24 hours. Change to sold. We've had 8 of those. So what that means is close of escrow has occurred. So now you have new owners in place. Somebody got new keys. And so there were 8 of those somebodies in the last 24 hours. And take one last look. So here's a listing expired. Now, normally at the end of the month, I would expect to see quite a few listings expired. But in this market, we are not seeing that. There are not too many listings that expire. If they do expire, that means nobody is looking at the property for the price that they are asking, and nobody is willing to put an offer in. So that's where it comes in, where you need a realtor who knows the market, and you have to depend on that realtor's advice to you. Now, obviously, any listing, the price, the final price is up to the seller on what they want to list to, but what's going to be offered is up to the buyers. And we can never say this is exactly what the buyer is going to do, but we can give you our best estimate. And it's with the knowledge of what's happening in the market. So on this one, you've got one listing expired. Let's take a look. And I think that's going to be it for this here. So this is going to be my last show for this week. Being that it's Good Friday this Friday, I will not be doing an episode, but we will come back next week and be ready to show you exactly what's happening in the market in Santa Clara County, and be ready to show exactly what is happening in our real estate market. Well, this is Charles Coachman. This is Coachman on Real Estate. If you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook under Charles Coachman, or you can find me at Charles Coachman Realtor, and you can find me on my YouTube channel. You can message me on Messenger, and then you can certainly go down and let's see. You can reach me by cell at 408-439-0766. You can either call or text, or you can send me an email at Coachman, O-N-R-E, that's Coachman on Real Estate at gmail.com. And we'd be glad to get back with you. We're all about sending out good, accurate information. And that's what we want to do. As realtors in Santa Clara County and throughout the state of California, we have to give you good information. And we are lucky to be part of a wonderful MLS that will help us get you good and accurate information at all times. So again, this is Charles Coachman. This is Coachman on Real Estate. Have a great rest of your week. And as always, be ready. Be ready to buy and sell, because it's always a good time to buy and sell real estate. God bless. Have a great day, and we will see you next Monday. Bye-bye.